Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today I'm diving into a spoiler review of the new series called Teacup, focusing on episode 3 and 4. First of all, we witness a major confrontation between James and Maggie. Maggie doesn't hold back and lays everything out on the table. She confronts James about his affair with Ruben's wife. What makes this scene even more tense is that Ruben overhears the entire conversation. Now, this opened up a whole new can of worms, in my opinion. Is Ruben going to confront James directly, or is he going to stay quiet and come up with a more sinister plan to hurt him later? I'm curious to see how Ruben handles the betrayal, especially since his silence feels like the calm before the storm. We also see Donald in shock over his wife's actions, but honestly, we all saw her poor decision making last episode coming from a mile away. Now, shifting to Arlo, or should I say Harbinger, the situation gets even more bizarre. Harbinger warns his sister that the man inside his head isn't actually a bad person and claims he's telling the truth about someone or something coming. What's fascinating is how Harbinger, who we now understand is not exactly human, starts to reveal his origins. It's confirmed that he's an alien. I mean, there's all the signs is there. The way he had stated where he was coming from, where he pointed to the sky, pointed right back down to the ground, and then his voice kind of changed a little bit, so it's an alien. And he introduced the strange rainbow colored liquid he collect in a jar. According to him, the liquid is toxic and poisonous. He tells Nicholas that if they drink it, they can cross over the blue line. The catch is crossing over the line means death. Even taking a sip seems to seal your fate. Either way, you are gone, and if you cross over the blue line regardless. James and Ruben stumble upon a barn filled with unalive people when James gets snatched towards the end. Now let me just say this. Why would you go into the dark, creepy basement in the middle of this mess? This is just a classic horror mistake. I get the need to investigate, but some things are just a big hell no, okay? I don't know why you sat there and you staring, about to go downstairs in the dark. You was even, don't even matter if you was peeking. It's like, why would you do that? Then we have the lieutenant who crosses over the blue line, and right away, it's obvious he's not human. He reveals some critical information about what's happening, but then Ruben's wife make a huge mistake. She mentioned that Arlo has been acting strange lately. One, you don't even know this lieutenant, and then two, why are you bringing up someone's child in this situation? She should have kept her mouth shut. It's reckless and potentially dangerous, and Maggie, being sharp as ever, clearly sensed that something is very wrong. Now, speaking of Maggie, she's emerging as one of my favorite characters. Now, in episode 1, had to question Maggie a little bit, but for this episode, I'm liking Maggie, okay? She just on her P's and Q's, and she would do anything to protect her children. Now, unlike a lot of people in this series, she's not oblivious or making dumb decisions. She's alert, perspective, and fully aware that something far more sinister is going on. Her calm, calculated nature makes her stand out, especially compared to characters like Valerie. Now, Valerie has been getting on my nerves for a while. She constantly says ridiculous things. Now, one comment that really stood out is when she told Maggie that James was right about her being cold. First of all, Valerie, you had an affair with Maggie's husband. How does she expect Maggie to forgive you? Ellen mentioned that the kids were missing, and when Valerie asked if she wanted to go search for them, Ellen decided to stay behind and keep an eye on the lieutenant. But as expected, she fell right into the trap. The lieutenant manipulated Ellen, and by the end, she was transferred into an alien herself. It's clear now that his intentions were never pure. Harbinger knows more about the situation than he's letting on, in my opinion. It's clear that the man inside his head and the strange alien connection he has plays a larger role in whatever is happening behind the scenes. There is growing mystery surrounding Harpinger's true purpose, and I'm eager to see how it all unravels, especially when he said that he is on a mission. So I'm definitely a little bit intrigued of that. Now, I'm gonna have to be honest with y'all. I really wasn't feeling episode 3. I thought episode 4 was alright, but at the same time, a lot of stupidity that had happened. But I watched for you guys so you don't have to. So let me know what your thoughts of episode 3 and 4 in the comments. Who is the guy that captured James, and what is Harpinger's mission?